5. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Dilini Gunawardana and read by Indrani Senanayaka. The headlines. Tuition classes for 2022 OL students is prohibited from midnight tonight. The President is to leave for Singapore and Japan tomorrow. Construction of the second phase of Colombo Port's Eastern Terminal begins. The 15th Annual National Conference on Cyber Security is to be held tomorrow. Navy nabs 2 suspects with sea turtle flesh in Silavatura. In foreign news, the Russian president is informed about a Ukrainian sabotage group trying to enter Russia. In sports cycling, Mark Cavendish is to retire at end of season. The conducting and organizing of all tuition classes aimed at students scheduled to sit for the upcoming 2022 GCE Ordinary Level Examination has been prohibited from midnight tonight. Accordingly, the Commissioner General of Examinations said all tuition and revision classes being held for the 2022 O-level examination will be prohibited. In addition, printing of question papers containing target questions, distributing them, advertising that the questions in the examination papers are distributed via handouts, electronic or printed media is also completely prohibited. The Department of Examinations mentioned that complaints can be made regarding any person or entity who violates these orders. The 2022 Ordinary Level exam is scheduled to be held from the 29th of May to the 8th of June. The construction of the second phase of the Eastern Terminal of the Colombo Port commenced today under the patronage of the Minister of Ports, Shipping and Aviation, Nimal Siripala de Silva. Speaking at the event, the Minister said that the port will not develop by just constructing terminals. Furthermore, he mentioned that the construction work of the first phase of the East Container Terminal of the Colombo Port will be completed by the end of this year. The Minister also emphasized that he hopes to compete with other private terminals and earn a higher income once the construction work is completed. The 15th Annual National Conference on Cyber Security, organized by the Sri Lanka Computer Emergency Readiness Team, will take place at Water's Edge tomorrow. The theme of this year is Elimination of Corruption for a Prosperous, Secure and Stable Sri Lanka. Experts and professionals in the IT field will take part in this event. Tickets for the event are available to anyone who is interested in the IT field. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Continue with local news. Opinion of the public is called regarding the amendment of the prevailing laws on labour. The Ministry of Labour announces that the preparation of drafts is yet to commence. However, information regarding the amendment of laws is seen in the social media. The Commissioner General of Labour, Prabhat Chandrakirti, says that such information is false. He added that he has requested the Inspector General of Police in writing to hold an investigation in this regard. The Navy apprehended 2 persons for slaughtering sea turtles during a search operation conducted in Aripu of Silavatura in Mannar today. Along with the suspects, the Navy also found 2 live sea turtles and some turtle flesh in their possession. The suspects were apprehended during a search operation conducted by the Coastal Observation Point at Aripu by the Sri Lanka naval ship Theraputta in the Northwestern Naval Command. Accordingly, the 2 suspects were nabbed with turtle flesh and 2 live sea turtles. A small traditional craft suspected to have been used to bring these turtles ashore was also held in this search operation. The suspects were handed over to the Office of the Department of Wildlife Conservation in Mannar for onward investigations. And that ends the local segment of news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe is scheduled to leave Sri Lanka tomorrow for an official visit of Singapore and Japan. He will be in Japan for an official tour from the 25th of May to the 27th. During his visit, President Wickremesinghe is expected to hold bilateral discussions with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. Also in Japan, President Wickremesinghe will address the Nikkei Forum, Future of Asia, which is scheduled to commence on the 25th of May under the theme, Leveraging Asia's Power to Confront Global Challenges.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The National Dengue Control Unit has decided to launch a dengue prevention week in the northwestern province from today in view of the rise in dengue patients at an alarming rate. Community medical specialist of the unit, Dr. Indika Veerasinghe, stated that the dengue prevention week will be in effect up to the 28th of May. Dr. Veerasinghe further urged the people living in the northwestern province to be supportive when the medical officers of health and medical teams arrive at their respective houses, offices or schools to inspect the possible mosquito breeding grounds. Now we take a look at world news, the headlines. The Russian president is informed about a Ukrainian sabotage group trying to enter Russia. Beijing summons Japanese envoy to anti-China G7 summit. At least 20 children die in Madhya blaze. According to a report by the Russian state news agency RIA Novosti, Russian President Vladimir Putin has been informed about a Ukrainian sabotage group trying to enter the Belgorod region. RIA reported that Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said work was underway to squeeze out Ukrainian saboteurs from Russian territory. Peskov said the purpose of the Ukrainian mission in Belgorod is to divert attention from the direction of Bakhmut and minimize the political effect on the loss of Bakhmut. China's Vice Foreign Minister has summoned the Japanese ambassador to register protests over hype around China-related issues at the Group of Seven summit over the weekend. The heads of the world's richest countries, who met in the Japanese city of Hiroshima, expressed serious concerns about rising tensions in the East China Sea and the South China Sea, as well as voicing concerns about the human rights situations in China, including in Tibet and Xinjiang. Officials say that at least 20 children have died in a fire in the central Guyanese mining town of Madhya. The fire broke out just after midnight on Monday, engulfing a secondary school dormitory and trapping students. Emergency services are struggling to contain the fire because of bad weather conditions. Several more people have been injured and some are being prepared for evacuation to the capital, Georgetown, where a special center has been set up. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. The Russian president is informed about a Ukrainian sabotage group trying to enter Russia. Beijing summons Japanese envoy over anti-China G7 summit. At least 20 children die in Madhya blaze. That ends this bulletin of world news.
Development news.
The final joint coordinating committee meeting of the project for formulation of the Western Province Solid Waste Management Master Plan has held recently. Through this project, coordination structures, capacity for the MP development and implementation have been enhanced. JICA expects that such coordination structures and capacity will continuously play a vital role to achieve appropriate solid waste management in the Western Province. That was development news. On to sports news. Mark Cavendish, one of Britain's most successful cyclists, will retire at the end of the season. In 2021, he equalled the legendary Eddy Merckx record of 34 Tour de France stage victories. During a news conference, he said that cycling has been his life for over 25 years, and it has taught him so much about life, dedication, loyalty and sacrifice. Cavendish enjoyed a glittering career as a sprinter, taking victories on the flatter, faster stages of races, particularly in the Grand Tours. He has won 161 races since 2005 and 2 green points jerseys at the tour. That was sports news.
Go ekakthiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB I am, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Bodyline Private Limited, a subsidiary of one of the largest Sri Lankan apparel manufacturing companies of Mass Holdings, is looking to expand their business by opening a new factory facility in Chennai. The Chief Executive Officer of Bodyline Private Limited met the Deputy High Commissioner at the Mission of Sri Lanka in Chennai, Dr. D. Venkateswaran, in this regard. The meeting was focused on the company's initiative to expand their business with a new factory facility in Chennai. That was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekakthiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB I am, a plan for your dream.
Economic news, courtesy of
LONC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LONC Finance claims the overall gold award whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking.
The Statistics Department said today Sri Lanka's National Consumer Price Index inflation eased to 33.6% year-on-year in April after a 49.2% rise in March. The NCPI captures broader retail price inflation and is released with a lag of 21 days every month. Food prices eased sharply to 27.1% in April from 42.3% in March, while non-food inflation was at 39%. That was Economic News.
LONC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LONC Finance claims the overall gold award whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking. LONC Finance will continue to innovate with the next generation digitalization of financial services, delivering a superior customer experience.
Weather Report.
And finally, we take a look at the weather report. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the eastern and Nuwara provinces and in the Polonnaruwa and Mullaitivu districts during the evening or at night. A few showers will occur in the western coastal areas and in the Galle and Matara districts during the morning hours. To end tonight's news broadcast, the headlines again. Tuition classes for 2022 O-level students is prohibited from midnight tonight. The President is to leave for Singapore and Japan tomorrow. Construction of the second phase of Colombo Port's Eastern Terminal begins. The 15th Annual National Conference on Cyber Security is to be held tomorrow. Navy nabs 2 suspects with sea turtle flesh in Silavatura. In foreign news, the Russian President is informed about a Ukrainian sabotage group trying to enter Russia. In sports cycling, Mark Cavendish is to retire at end of season. That ends tonight's news broadcast.